The Invisible Man was released on the 28th of February in the United States this year and was directed by no other than Lee Ranell. I'm a huge fan of him, he's just amazing to be honest. I never watched the original one by the way, or read the book. But yeah, I was excited to see this movie. Anyways, let's start with the movie. The movie opened with Cecilia or C escaping from Adrian, which was at least 5 minutes of no dialogue at all, and just complete suspense. That was incredibly well done. C escaped successfully and stayed at James' house with his dog Sydney. He was a childhood friend of C, by the way. Then the news came that Adrian committed suicide and his brother Tom had to tell C his last will and that she received his money because he was really rich. He was some kind of technic genius. Then the whole thing started, which was so well done, and my favorite scene came, which was a jump scare. C went to the attic because she heard something, and she heard that it came from underneath, so instead of going down the ladder, she poured paint over it, and Adrian stood right on the ladder in front of her. That was so good. So now she knew he wasn't dead, and that he made himself invisible, something she knew he worked on for a long time because she went back to his house and found the suit. She then met her sister at the restaurant, but before she could tell her everything, Adrian slit her throat and everyone obviously thought C killed her, so she got locked up in a hospital. Adrian's brother visited her and told her that she was pregnant even though she took anti-baby pills, and that he knew everything and was working with Adrian the whole time. I didn't expect that. I really thought he had no idea. C knew Adrian would be with her at the hospital, so she was able to hurt him, damaging his suit. The doctors came and security, but Adrian killed them all. C escaped, but Adrian was now after Sydney, who was alone at home. Her father was back home but got beaten up by Adrian. C is able to overpower him and kills him, but it turns out it's his brother. Then we see the FBI storming his house and they find Adrian tied up, who claims that it was his brother. She visits him but he won't admit it that it was him, which was a great scene. You could feel the intensity rising. She then goes to the bathroom and we see Adrian getting killed by a knife, and it turns out it was C while being invisible. James then arrives and she tells him that he killed himself. He realizes that it was her but agrees that it was suicide. We then see her walk away and that she is happy, she is finally free. And yeah, that was it for the movie, so let's move on to the actors. Elizabeth Moss was incredible as Cecilia. I thought she did a great job. Oliver Jackson Cohen, who I was a fan of since his amazing performance in The Haunting of Hill House, didn't disappoint. He's a great actor. Aldous Hodge was also good as James, as well as Storm Reed as his Dogner. Harry Dyer was decent as Cecilia's sister, and Michael Dorman was great as Tom too. So with all this being said, this movie was amazing and I loved it if you haven't realized it yet. So I'm giving this movie an 8.5 out of 10. Great movie. Lee Ranell really is a genius. I'm recommending it to literally everyone who likes horror movies. Amazing acting, story and soundtrack, also not too many jump scares, and it was also not too long or too short. I wouldn't call it perfect though, because not everyone's acting was that great. And yeah, that was it for my review for The Invisible Man. The next movie I wanted to watch was A Quiet Place Part 2. I was excited to see it, but sadly, as you all know, all movies got delayed, so no more reviews for the next month. But stay tuned for more DVDs unboxing and of course other videos. And yeah, that was it. Roll the outro.
I wanna see you in slow motion. Come stay the night, we can stay up till it's bright.